Prototyp vyberu, čeho už není používaný. Tohle odeberu. Přidám to sem. 1d6. Škoda, že dlouho nebude použít. Dvěma. Co mám na sobě já, jakože už nemám. To je 3 a 4. Těch mám moc.
Hey there. What? Sorry, I don't have one handy right now. Besides,
Bude muset to uložit, to se mi nechce. Za to z peněz 4015 je daleko, to se mi chce získávat. Tak se sem stavím později.
Yes, what's on your mind?
You've been really quiet lately, you know that?
Have I been quiet? Suppose I have. I guess I just don't like being left out of the loop.
Left out of the loop? I don't understand.
Left out of the loop, you know, not being told anything, strung along. It's really starting to irritate me. For one thing, I want to know what the Jedi Council said to you. They pulled you in there and refused to tell me a thing about it. I'm rather curious to know what went on, and why they didn't keep you on Dantooine for training. Isn't that strange?
I thought it was more important that I help find the star maps and stay.
And why is that? You were a great help on Terrace, but why would they keep you with us? Don't they have to train you?
They said there is a bond between Bostil and myself.
A bond? What kind of bond? You mean to say that they told you that you were tied to Bastila in some way? I have trouble believing that. You're a neophyte Padawan who's been saddled with the responsibility of tracking down these star maps. Why? That's not normal. I am not trying to provoke you or to imply that you're somehow responsible for the Jedi Council, but give me a hand here. There has to be a reason.
Are you saying I'm not needed?
No, I didn't mean that you weren't wanted or that I want to go. It's just... Damn it. Well, I'll tell you this much. I'm not going to wait around until I'm betrayed again.
I'm not going to betray you. I am not so.
Yeah, we'll just see about that, won't we? Look, I didn't mean it that way. I want to get to Saul, not... No, forget it. It just seems that all I can do is insult you, isn't it? Just forget I said anything. Let's just get on with what we were doing. Yes, what's on your mind? You...
Neudělal jsem 76 místo toho.
how can I help?
You wanted to speak to me? Sleep?
Yes, I did. I wanted to speak to you about our mission and what lies ahead for us. It seems fate, or the Force, is driving us into a confrontation with the Dark Lord. You must prepare yourself for when we face Malak. The confrontation will be difficult for you. I remember how hard it was when I first faced Revan.
Is it true that you killed Dr. Revan?
It's true that due to my battle meditation, I was with the Jedi strike team that boarded Revan's ship. We did not kill Revan, however.
That's not what I heard.
Our mission was to capture Revan if possible. It was Malak who turned on his own master, firing upon Revan's ship while we were still on board it. It was his desire to kill us and his master both. Thankfully, we narrowly escaped the vessel as it exploded.
So Malak did a job for you.
As I said, we were there to capture Revan alive. The Jedi do not believe in killing their prisoners. No one deserves execution, no matter what their crimes. Remember that Revan and Malak were once great Jedi, heroes in every sense of the word. They demonstrate the danger of the dark side to us all. I'm sorry, we really shouldn't speak of this anymore. The memory of my confrontation with Revan is painful. Let's return to the mission, please.
Tak, teď co se musí udělat, že se z toho zase musí vypadnout. Promluvit s ní, tady jsem toho. I know. Ah. Droid motion sensors. These devices allow the droid to better detect creatures hidden by the surface. This basic model is the most inexpensive of the type and is commonly available on multiple routes. Až 12. Až 16. Začám to je celý guláš. To nemůžu. Come on. Že někdo to může zaobat. Fajn. Co to k čertu? Kde má zbraň k čertu? To se mi nějak nepovedlo. Ups. Dobrý, už je mám v ruce. Takhle jsem se zase posral. Taká neotáčej se pod zem. Vybrotič. Tak, teď to nehledlo, zvolat.
How can I help?
I would like to know more about your master.
Yes, I suppose I can understand your curiosity, given the bond that connects us. Very well. I'll tell you a bit about myself.
Tell me how you joined the Jedi.
I was found to be strong with the Force at a young age, as most Padawans are. As a girl, I was given to the Order to be trained. When I joined the Order, I left my family on Tal Ravan, as all Padawans do. My family is still there, the last that I heard. I've had little contact with them, as it is discouraged.
Discouraged? Why?
Relationships with family members are fraught with powerful emotions. Such extremes are to be avoided. Anger and hate are the worst, but even love can lead to folly.
You aren't allowed to love.
Emotional entanglements can be dangerous. They can impair rational thought. They can lead to outbursts of uncontrolled emotion. A Jedi must be above such things.
You don't sound very convinced.
It can be a hard lesson to learn. I was not on good terms with all of my family, but I do remember missing my father terribly for a long time.
Weren't you on good terms with?
I was not on good terms with my mother. I was only a little girl when I left, but I was old enough to resent her and the way she treated my father. She pushed my father into treasure hunting. I spent all my young life on ships, traveling from one false lead to the next. She whittled away my father's entire fortune, and I hated her for it. I think she was relieved to give me to the Jedi, but my father was heartbroken.
You never tried to get in touch with your father again?
A child is too young to understand the sacrifices that must be made. It's better if they have no contact with their family once they're removed. Once I was older, I realized the wisdom of this policy. A Jedi must do what is needed, personal desires notwithstanding. Love can only obscure and confuse the matter.
I was saying that you no longer feel love.
Even a Jedi cannot always control the feelings of the heart. We must do our best to guard against it, no matter what the cost. But some sacrifices are harder than others. I do not wish to discuss this anymore. I would rather return to our mission.
A zase nahoru. Yeah. Psycho. Synchronizačně body. Beep, 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 beep. Wish to talk to me.
How can I help? I do. I've been watching you, studying you closely to see what kind of progress you've made since your training at the hands of Master Zar.
I think we both know the real reason why you have been watching.
You never give up, do you? I admit, I'm interested in you. I find you intriguing, compelling even, but it's not what you think. You have a great gift. You have an awesome command of the Force, and I tremble when I think of how you might misuse it.
I make you tremble. To get all tingly inside too.
What? No, of course not. Not like that anyway. In many ways, you are dangerous. You could be the savior of the galaxy, or you could bring untold destruction upon us all. I've seen how you've resisted many temptations and continue to walk the path of the light side. Very commendable. But I'm afraid you might stray from this path. You need to see what the dark side represents in its entirety, for it is what we battle. Only the wisdom of a Jedi Master can truly explain this, but I will do my best to make you understand.
What are you trying to tell me?
The dark side is not simply giving in to anger, temptation, or to use the Force to destructive ends. These things only lead to the dark side. The dark side grows stronger and more insidious the closer you draw to it. It begs you to surrender to it, to release all its terrible power, and it becomes harder and harder to resist. And once you stop resisting, it's too late. It twists you up inside and turns you into a mockery of everything you once stood for.
You seem to know the temptation very well.
I am no less resistant to temptation than any other. I simply have the benefit of training that you do not. But even the training of the Jedi might not be enough to save us. We need only to look at the atrocities which have been committed by those under its sway to understand the terrible, corrupting evil of the dark side. Millions dead, and far more suffering. What sort of person would you have to become to perform such deeds gladly?
Sakra, tady to mám nějaký jinak. Jo, ne, I couldn't see myself ever doing such things.
That is why the dark side is so insidious. If you are not careful, you do not even see each small step you take towards it until it's too late. It's so easy to think that we would never fall prey to such a horror, that we have unlimited control, vigilance, and foresight. If only that were true. The Sith have become powerful because there are many Jedi who've succumbed to the lure of the dark side and joined their cause. What greater weapon is there than to turn an enemy to your cause, to use their own knowledge against them? We are weakened while they are strengthened, so we must harden our hearts and do whatever is required to fight against the dark side, even when the battle becomes wearying.
Whatever is required, such as.
I don't know. The vision of our future is clouded by shadows cast from the dark side. But I sense something ominous lurking in those shadows. But words alone cannot save one from the dark side. Come, we should continue with the task at hand. When the time comes, I only hope we are all strong enough to do what we must.
Výslovnost pojdme.
Genchopa chawi tichok twis yun kun. Watu yama kama wona henak nek. Bugra shak kunti chiwa chawa. Dong abuk shami no nok.
I'm Bastila, yes. I take it that you know my mother?
Bona na kachu. Kicha badwang. Wanga kum kiba bu mulera. Kakin chak nawagawa bakon. Donk kiba nukunek. Tonga boksha nagnong.
Is there something I can do for you, miss? As you can see, we're in quite a hurry.
But you are right, we don't have time for this.
Kakin cha na kwat na bon kon. Wanakum bes. Chi pala mulek. Tonki pa nagnonek. Tu nikton chun ke nemolek rabest. Wuf mala nibokurk.
My mother's condition?
Tin umpa do punta krita. Ak ti kondo ona chaba chisa wanki. Ti toki grantu kon chi chan kun green kanchan tu pro. Bok wala no bok cha. Nichi kon chuva kin lorta ikakun.
I've not seen my mother since I joined the Order. Do you know what's happened? Did she say anything about my father?
Genchopa chawi tichok twis yun kun. Watu yama kama wona henak nek. Bugra shak kunti chiwa chawa. Dong abuk shami no nok.
I see. Where did you meet her? Do you remember?
Chachika don mulaka wata yumaka wamahona nek. Ashantington unumani patoka. Wana kuna best chinga pala multonki.
Thank you for informing me. I really must be going now.
What is it? What is this all about?
It seems my mother's been looking for me. Strange. Should we get the opportunity, could we look for her on Tatooine?
Certainly, if you think it is important.
It's important enough that my mother was attempting to seek me out. Perhaps it has something to do with my father. Part of me would rather not see her at all. But if she's really sick, well, we shall see.
Tak, já čas mám zase klid. Fajn. Musíte udělat přesně to, co jsem udělal já. Což je docela šílenost.
Good day to you. I'm afraid I cannot speak to you at the moment. I apologize.
Beep. Beep, beep, beep.